All right, you guys. So salute everybody for tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe. Ticket TV live streams, man. Look, man. The Houston Rockets, man. They are championship contenders. I want to put this out here, and I'm gonna say it again. The Houston Rockets are championship contenders. Uh, I believe that the Houston Rockets are. I'm gonna say this though, and I want to tell everybody this. I think the problem that the Houston Rockets they're gonna face is not having Fred VanVleet. I think that that's gonna hurt them in the end. If he doesn't get back and he's not the same, it's gonna hurt them, man. I'm telling y'all something, man. Fred VanVleet, they need him. They need his point guard presence because see, you got a young guy like that's like a young Russell Westbrook in the point guard they got. You know what I'm saying? In Thompson, right? But here's the thing with the Houston Rockets, you guys, he's still young and inexperienced. Yeah, he was in the playoffs last year, but I want Fred VanVleet who's won an NBA championship with KD and those guys down the stretch. I want a combination of all those guys together. I don't want to go in a 7-game series and have to play OKC at one of these teams and not have a guy like Fred VanVleet who have proven he can knock down big threes when it's all on the wood, who have proven he's a big game player, who have proven a lot of these things. He understands. He's veteran savvy. He understands what needs to be done down the stretch of games in order to win big games. And then have a guy like KD, because see, if they would have had KD last year, we would have had the same conversation we had. We're not even having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? But the Houston Rockets, man, right now, ain't even a question. They're better than the Dallas Mavs. They're better than all these other teams, except for the OKC Thunder, in my opinion. I have them number 2 in the West. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very honest about this. Again, them not having Fred VanVleet bothers me, but I think that they can get through the regular season, a majority of it, and still be okay. I think where that is going to meet them is in the playoffs when they get in a 7-game series. Can they get Fred VanVleet back? Which is, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And them losing him before this season starts, remind you what I said. That is major. That is major. And again, everybody keeps saying I like the Mavs better. I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about when Kyrie comes back. I'm talking about right now. The Dallas Mavs are not better than the Houston Rockets. Right now, the Mavs are not better than Houston Rockets. Kyrie Irving's on the court. They're not better than Houston Rockets right now. They're not. The Houston Rockets are still going to be scrappy on both ends. Ime Udoka's team, they're going to compete on both ends. And their offensive power, they're going to be a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? And I think, Thompson is going to be unleashed this year. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be unleashed this year. And I think it's going to be real surgical what we see from him this season. I think him being unleashed this year is major trouble for the NBA. Because now, with Fred VanVleet out, that gives him the ultimate green light to ball out, right? I just want, and I'm going to say it again, I just want the guy to, calm down. He reminds me of a younger Russell Westbrook, right? Thompson, right? He's not all the way polished yet. He's a great young player. I want him to calm down and be able to understand the moment, which he showed us that he can step up and play big in playoffs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about mentally in certain situations. You understand what I'm saying? Where they're going to need him in the playoffs to make big plays that Fred VanVleet understands how to make, shots that Fred VanVleet have proven he can make in those moments. And that's why I'm so high on Fred VanVleet. A lot of people are down on Fred VanVleet. I don't know why. These people just don't know basketball. You need a guy like Fred VanVleet if you're going to make any type of run. Fred VanVleet made that. He kept them in that series last year. Fred VanVleet. What is play? If people were ready to just write off Fred VanVleet, this guy's championship swagger. He got championship swagger. See, so when I look at a team like the Houston Rockets, bro, this is the type of team KD needs. It's not a super team. Doesn't have all those superstars on it. Ain't got the perfect pieces around him. Fred VanVleet was that other piece that they really need in the playoffs. And if he doesn't come back, that'll be the reason why they don't win the championship. Because they can't get past OKC without Fred VanVleet. They won't. They won't get past them without Fred VanVleet. I'm telling y'all this right now. But I think the Houston Rockets, man, bro, that team is legit. And I think that they're better than every other team except for OKC in the West. And I'm saying every other team. You know what I mean? Um, I don't think, bro, I think this year, man, this is going to be a hell of a year, bro. And especially in the Western Conference. I think it's going to be a hell of a year, bro. You know what I mean? And I like I said before, I like that team, man. I like the Houston Rockets, man. There's a couple teams that I really like. I told y'all this morning, I like the Phoenix Suns. I got a lot of backlash for saying that, but it's just true. I like the Phoenix Suns and I like the Houston Rockets. I'm not saying I like the Phoenix Suns to win the championship. I like the Phoenix Suns to be way better than what people think they are. I like the Phoenix Suns as the team that's going to knock a lot of these teams off during the season. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be hell to pay. You go, especially you go to Phoenix, this is not going to be an easy game out there in the desert, man. Them dudes are going to open up the court. They're going to run you out the building if you cap it. And they got guys who can defend on that perimeter. I like that squad as well. And as I told y'all this, those are the teams, I'm telling y'all this. Those are the teams. Them, but the Houston Rockets. I still got OKC coming out the West, going to the championship again. But I think that the Houston Rockets have a path to win the West if Fred VanVleet is back and is playing like Fred VanVleet, which I don't think is going to happen off his injury. I think that's going to bite them in the end, right? And so, again, I don't think that KD was a great fit. Him and Beal and all those guys were a great fit in Phoenix. But I think KD is a perfect fit in Houston. I think he is a perfect fit. You guys keep talking to me about the Lakers, bro. I don't want to keep talking about them bums every day, bro. People kept writing me, hey, man, why you talk about LeBron, bro? I don't care. I want that nigga gone. I don't want to come on here and talk about him every single day, bro. It's other teams I can talk about. These other teams that we talking about, bro, they got young guys that's coming out here balling, man. Why y'all keep worrying about the Lakers and all these other teams, bro? They niggas ain't doing shit. They're not winning shit, bro. They're not winning shit until they get that punk number 23 out of there. So it's nothing to even talk about. Who cares? Y'all keep bringing this stuff up. I'm trying to pivot away from them clowns. The only time you hear me talking about them is when I'm clowning and trashing that bum shit-stained Bronny James. Other than that, man, we talking about other teams, man. We talking about teams that are serious contenders, bro. The OKC Thunder, the Houston Rockets. Teams that I think that's going to get better this year. The Phoenix Suns. Teams in the East. We're going to talk about those teams. We're going to talk a little bit about Orlando. We're going to talk about the Bucks. We're going to talk about the Knicks. We're going to talk about what's going on with the Boston Celtics, bro. It's all these other teams, man. Why y'all keep staying on one dude? We all don't like this dude. Okay, he want that attention. But anyways, to the Houston Rockets, man, I look at that roster, bro. Oh my God. Them dudes is sick. And I like Ime coaching that team, bro. I love KD with Ime. In fact, I think that they would have won a championship in Brooklyn if Brooklyn wouldn't have been stupid and would have hired Ime Udoka as the head coach when they had KD and Kyrie. They would have won the chip then. But they went a different way. They got scared, didn't want to hire Ime, and look what happened. These are all facts. So, yeah, these are different teams I like. I like the Mavs too, but I don't like them like that without Kyrie. I don't. I don't like the Mavs like that without Kyrie. I like the Mavs, but I don't like them like that without Kyrie. Kyrie is the difference maker, in my opinion, for that team. He is the guy that stirs. He is the straw that stirs the cup. But the Houston Rockets, again, this is the season where Jabari Smith, he got to get better. You're playing under KD. You're going to learn a lot playing under KD. He's going to get better just by working out with KD and playing with KD every single day. And I told y'all, this is the type of team I love for KD. This is the type of team that KD will thrive with in Houston. He doesn't need all those super teams. KD ruined his career by continuing to try to do these super teams. He needs these type of teams. that have the exact pieces and parts that you need on the team to win. I'm telling y'all this. That's why I like that Houston Rockets team. I told y'all last year. Everybody was like, "Hey man, why you hating on the Rockets?" I'm not. I'm telling y'all, I did not like Jalen Green as being their leader. I don't like that. I knew they wasn't going nowhere with that nigga being their leader. They wasn't. They was just wasting time. And KD, again, listen, all you need KD to come in and do is be easy money sniper. That's it. That's all you need is KD to go in there and be easy money sniper. That's it. He gives you the opposite of what Jalen Green gives you. Right there, you win that first round series. Straight off that. Right? But I also think that Jalen Green benefits from going to the Phoenix Suns. Because I think the Phoenix Suns is the perfect team for Jalen Green. Perfect. And I think the Phoenix Suns are going to let Jalen Green do what he do best, which is get in that open court, attack, and be an animal in that open court. You got a guy like Devin Booker who can put the ball in the rack. He's got a lot to prove. But Devin Booker, again, he's a bucket machine. You put an athletic guy like that beside him, and then you got a guy like Dylan Brooks, some guy's going to defend. You know, he can hit the three ball at times. Bro, this is going to be a very exciting NBA season. There's a lot of other teams out here, like I said, that talk about, man. Real talk, bro. And I'm sticking to that. I don't care about the views, none of that shit, bro. I will come cook the Lakers when they act like shit. That's about it. I mean, to me, they're a joke. Why waste my time every day coming here telling y'all every day about a dude I don't like no more? I don't cook his ass for damn near 20-something years. It ain't no, like James said, ain't no more meat left on the bone of that bone. So let's talk about different stuff. So in this video, I want to talk about Houston. I'll do a video in a little while later. I'm going to talk about, it was another team I want to talk about in the West too. I think was it the Mavs? I had lined up for tonight. I got to go look at my schedule. I had teams lined up that I want to talk about tonight. It was either, hold on. Was it the Mavs? No, I think it was the Denver Nuggets. I think it was the Nuggets. But yeah, as I told y'all this, man, like I said before, man, the Phoenix Suns are a very intriguing team now. I'm just mad that Fred VanVleet got hurt. Because to me, KD, the key to playing with KD was Fred VanVleet. I'm telling y'all this. And I ain't talking about just the regular season. I'm talking about the playoffs. Because when it gets to the playoffs and you need a point guard to slow it down, the opposite of of Thompson, right? You're going to need old boy. You're going to need Fred VanVleet. Imagine KD and Fred VanVleet in 7-game series. I love it. Be honest with you. That would be a very exciting series. Matter of fact, that would be a hard series for me to pick between them and OKC. Them at full strength. Because I think they're the real deal at full strength. I'm just being honest with you. I'm talking about the Houston Rockets. I'm talking about top to bottom. Coaching, personnel. I'm telling y'all this, man. The Houston Rockets, man. I don't want them to trade for a guy. I like Fred VanVleet at that point guard spot. There ain't too many other guys at point guard spot, I think, that can do it. You know what I'm saying? You want to I need a guy like Fred VanVleet that can hit big shots, spread the floor, and understand how to run the offense championship level. You know, he's a Rico Suave type of dude. But he got grit to him. I love Fred VanVleet. You know what I'm saying? And so you put him with a guy like KD, man, it's curtains. You getting them 7-game shit with all them other dudes they got. You got Amen, you got Jabari, you got all those other guys on that team, man. Them dudes is loaded. You got Şengün. Watch how much better KD makes Şengün. Now Şengün get to play one-on-one a lot. He ain't got the guy there going to go through 3 dudes shooting bullshit fadeaways. And Şengün is going to shoot a higher percentage playing with KD. Why? Because, again, he going to catch them one-on-one matchups now. Them two going to make each other's game easier. Şengün and KD. Watch what I tell y'all. Şengün got exposed a little bit in the playoffs down the stretch. Why? Because they started throwing those double teams and triple teams at him, and he didn't know how to handle it. Now, what's going to happen is now you got a guy like KD out there that's at the highest level. Them teams can't load up on you like that. Now, we talking one-on-one. We're talking, okay, now, and that's why I want Fred VanVleet to spread the floor, right? So, again, I look for Şengün and KD to be all-stars on this team. I look for them to have 2 all-stars on this team. And I think they're going to get up around 57, 58 wins. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But I like that team. You know, I like the Houston Rockets this year. They made the right. I told y'all I was going to get KD. Everybody on YouTube hating on me. All them dudes over there, Houston Rockets, hating on me. Do y'all notice that all these motherfuckers hate on me when I say shit? And a lot of the times, most of the times I be right. I be wrong sometimes, but most of the times I be right. When I told them niggas, midway through the season, they gonna go get KD. Oh, you lying, nigga. You capping. We got Jalen Green, nigga. What we worried about KD? We don't need KD. Now look at all the niggas right now running around KD like, yeah, nigga, we got KD. I said, nigga, I've been told y'all niggas this. But y'all niggas talking all that trash to me, act like I don't know what I'm talking about, nigga. I'm plugged in, nigga, with the best, nigga. And this ain't no cap, nigga. Ain't no cap in my rap, nigga, at all. So, again, I want to see, these other guys step it up, man. I want to see the league in a better place, man. You know what I mean? And that means moving on, giving these other guys their shine, giving these other guys their credit. You know what I'm saying? Praising these younger teams, praising these young teams that's going through the grind, that's actually doing it. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves too and what they needed. Their coach needed to give Terrence Shannon Jr. more time this season. He didn't really want to go into his rotation last year, bro. That killed him. Him not trusting and going into his rotation. You got guys that can play. We're going to talk about all that. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all keep coming to me, hey, Chicken Man, why you ain't talking about the Lakers and LeBron? Bro, listen, they'll be like, that's something that's just like an appetizer or some shit, bro. There ain't going to be something on the main course, bro. You know what I'm saying? We talk about them to laugh at them niggas. Like, it's a joke. When we talk about them, we talk about the strippers. Bro, we ain't take them motherfuckers serious, man. Straight up. So, yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all feel on this, man. I'm looking at KD and them get around 58 wins this season, man. I think they go to the conference finals and play OKC. I think them and OKC are 1 and 2 in the West. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think them and OKC are. I give my full prediction of all the playoff teams in the West before the season starts. I give my full prediction. You know, I did a video today talking about how they need to go ahead and move on from Ja Morant. Memphis. I think they did. I think it's over with for them. You know what I mean? To the person who said the Clippers are a good team, no, they're not. Everybody keeps saying they're a good team. They're a good team. No, they're not. They're not, bro. The Clippers do the same thing every year. I don't understand this, bro. People do the same thing every year. Y'all still buy this shit, bro. I don't understand it. Kawhi is not going to play more than 50 games this year. There's going to be some type of injury, some type of shit, or he's going to be suspended if they come back with that shit before the decision. Or he's going to lose his contract. He's going to be out of there. Bro, listen, I keep telling y'all this shit. Y'all don't have to listen to me. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. I don't care what they got. I don't care how big they got. And we'll talk about that shit too. We'll talk about that too. But not in this video, man. Like I said, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? They won't be better than the Houston Rockets hit, man. We can make a bet on that. Since you say that hit, man, put your money where your mouth is. I mean, we can make a bet on that. That's easy money to take from you. I don't even think the Clippers can beat y'all 4 times, hit, man. I don't think they can beat the Phoenix Suns 4 times. Like I said before, y'all keep trusting the strippers. They're the strippers for a reason. They keep getting stripped down. We tell y'all this all the time. They fool y'all all the time. I've never seen a team fool some people so much and people just keep going for the banana in the tailpipe. I don't understand. Ain't nobody making sucker bets. You the one said it. How am I making sucker bet when you said it? I didn't even say this. You said it, Hitman. You said that. Not me. You said it. I'm just saying, if you believe that shit, let's bet. If you believe it, let's bet. How is that a sucker bet when you said it? I'm just keeping it real. Same when I told you the last 2 years y'all was gonna be trash with KD and Beal. Them niggas was trash. Now I'm telling y'all gonna be much better without them niggas. Why? Because it unlocks Devin Booker even more. And it's going the personnel y'all got fit way better. Watch. Chemistry gonna be way better. The personnel fit way better. The only thing that can mess y'all up is a dumbass coach. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.